Hi guys, I'm Gillian and this is my first ever time doing a YouTube channel, so please bear with me in terms of lighting and editing. I'm hoping to learn as I go and hopefully you'll enjoy the journey as well. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I'm doing my YouTube channel, why I decided to start one, and also 5 easy ways that you can change your mood and feel better about yourself. So 20 years old, I live in Scotland, I go to Glasgow University, I'm in my 3rd year of studying, and I decided to start this channel just because I wanted a positive space on the internet to just talk about ways to make people feel good about themselves, ways that I've found have helped me when I have been struggling. The past couple of years I had really struggled with things like appearance, identity, anxiety, and I know a lot of people who have suffered as well with anxiety, depression, panic attacks. So I know that they had found little tips and talked to me about them and just really wanted to share like little ways to make people feel good about themselves as well, because people have found things like YouTube channels, positive affirmations, all these kind of little tips really helpful in changing the way we feel about ourselves and changing the way we think about our own lives. So that is kind of why I wanted to talk to you guys. I hope you really enjoy it. Please comment down below, let me know what you think as well, and ways that you've found have made you feel good about yourselves. So these are my 5 that I thought that I use the most when it comes to feeling better about myself when I'm maybe not feeling great, when I'm maybe frustrated or angry or annoyed. I found these quite helpful to start to shift that negative energy and get me feeling good about myself again. So the first one is remembering that nobody is perfect, and this is something that I'm still learning about. I think everybody goes through this phase of aiming for perfection and trying to be perfect, and I just think that it puts a lot of pressure on ourselves that we don't need it, and perfection isn't real, it's a lie. Nobody is perfect, nobody, everybody's different, and it's just really important, I think, to kind of remind ourselves of that. Like, it's okay if we don't get like full marks in an exam, or if we don't feel we look perfect when we're getting ready in the morning. There's no such thing as perfect, and I always like to remind myself of that if I'm feeling like I'm not that great today or things like that. So my second tip that I found really useful is listening to music. I found music is a great way to really shift your mood. I listen to music all the time. I listen when I'm writing coursework, when I'm on the train, when I'm walking, when I'm in the shower. I just listen to music all the time, and there's a lot of great playlists out there from Spotify and YouTube that are about making you feel good about yourself, like happy songs, really upbeat, and also ones for focus as well. If you're doing coursework, or if you're studying for anything, or if you just really want to focus on something, sometimes having classical music in the background is a really good way to focus on it, and you do get a lot more done. I've tried it myself and it actually does work, it's bizarre. Yeah, so that's one of the ways that I've found has really helped me to kind of focus more and shift more. And you've got great ones for exercise as well, which are just really upbeat and really lifting, which is nice. So my 3rd tip is sometimes you just have to leave it and go back to it. And this has been a really difficult lesson for me personally, because normally when I'm doing coursework, I'll sit and I'll be like, right, I'm going to do it in an hour and I'm going to get this done and I'm going to get it finished, and I'll set myself maybe an unrealistic target. I'm going to do like a 3,000 word essay in 2 hours, and it just doesn't happen, and I get really confused and frustrated because I don't know what I'm arguing about anymore. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm writing, and it's not making sense to me, and I get really frustrated. So sometimes I go like that, you know what, I'm gonna have to leave this and I'll go back to it when I'm feeling better about myself and when I feel calmer and when I feel like I'm ready to go back to it. And sometimes I need to do that for a day, sometimes it's just an hour, sometimes it's 10 minutes, and I'll come back and I'll be like, right, I've had a cup of tea, and now I kind of get, okay, this whole sentence, this whole paragraph, what are you talking about, Gillian? This doesn't make sense. So I'll take it out and then I'll reword it. And it's sometimes really helpful as well because you get a fresh set of eyes on it when you go back to it, and you're like, right, okay, this is a really good point, I'm going to expand on that. I mean, yeah, it's really good in life as well in terms of relationships. If you've had an argument, sometimes it's really good to just, right, I'm going to separate myself from the situation and then go back to it and be like, oh, okay, I made a mistake, or I feel this way. And it's just it's a less angry way of dealing with things as well. So it's a lot less tension, a lot less stress, and you end up getting a lot more done, even though you're maybe feels like you're taking longer to do it because you're taking time away from it in between. So my next little tip, sweat it out. I've found that I do karate once a week, and it is just a really great way, it's such a fun way as well of releasing tension and anger and any built up emotion and just letting it out into sport and energy and movement, and it feels really great after. You feel great after it, your muscles feel great, you feel tired so you sleep at night, and you feel really refreshed in the morning as well. And as well, I do a lot of yoga. I'm doing my yoga teacher training this year, so I'm doing a lot more yoga as well, and I'm learning a lot with that. And that's really good for emotional release. It's a lot gentler way, and it's just a really calming way of kind of getting through the day as well. So yeah, that's my next tip. And my final kind of wee life tip that I use to make myself feel good about myself is something that I've actually been learning a lot about recently, because I'm doing this yoga course and learning a lot of new people, and I'm finding a lot out about myself. Like I'm meeting a lot of interesting people, and they're so fascinating, and they make me feel really good about myself. If I go for coffee with somebody and they make me feel really good about myself, and yeah, it's really important to surround yourself with people who make you feel good about yourself. You don't want to be around people who maybe don't make you feel good about yourself. You walk away and you're like, oh, I feel really like drained, and oh, it's just so exhausting. So I found that that's a really great way of just making it's somebody else making you feel good about yourself, and you should strive to make them feel good about themselves as well. Because sometimes you don't get on with everybody. It's going back to that nobody's perfect thing. Everybody's different. Sometimes personalities clash. So yeah, it's just a really good way of making yourself feel good about yourself as well. Just surrounding yourself with people who make you feel good about you. So that was my final tip. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a wee thumbs up, comment, let me know what you think. What do you do to make you feel good about yourself? And subscribe if you would like to come back. I'm hoping to post videos every single Wednesday. So hopefully I will see you then. Bye guys!